Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're viewing this video. Hello to you. My name is Walid Terrell, and this is another quick video for the Addicted to Learning series, where I just come in and out for a couple minutes, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes at a time, and just talk about just different thoughts that are going on in my head as I'm going through and building different brand foundations and just researching different things. So I'm going through some notes and something just hit me, so I figured I'd check in and do just a quick little talk about it. And it's a Bobby Knight quote, actually. It's pretty famous, but it hits on every time I hear it. So it's most people have the will to win, but few have the willingness to prepare to win. Now that is serious, because what happens is we get stuck in these easy words or easy phrases like work hard and you'll get success, or I want to win, and everybody just wants to win. And we have different cultures here too, especially growing up in the United States, where we have some leagues where you have everybody wins, everybody gets a trophy, and that doesn't prepare you for what happens in real life. It doesn't matter how hard you work; if you're not working correctly, you'll lose. It doesn't matter how much you want to win. If you haven't prepared, if you're not actually executing, if you don't have dedication, if you don't have discipline, if you don't have persistence, you're going to lose, or you're just not going to win to the capacity that you could. So one of the things that I'm really trying to drill home with some of these videos is it's okay to be good, but it's not okay to be good if you could be great. What always baffles me is when I hear people just accept mediocrity without even striving or even trying to find out what they're capable of. That's one of the things that's like a biggest pet peeve of mine, is when people just say, no, it's okay, I'm okay. Well, but you have so much more potential to do so much more, and you're just happy just sitting on the couch for the rest of the day and only working 4 or 5 hours. It really baffles me. So so getting back to the Bobby Knight quote thing here. Yeah, everybody wants to win. Who wants to lose? Nobody wants to lose. But the real key to how much you want to win is how much are you willing to prepare? How much are you willing to sacrifice? How much are you willing to give up? How much how much practice are you willing to go through so that way you're ready on game day? I think it was General Patton that said an ounce of blood in preparation saves a gallon of blood in war, or something like that. But that's what it is. When you're going through your combat motions, when you're going through your formations, when you're in practice, a gallon of sweat will save a pint of blood. I don't know how they said it, but it's something like that. So I'd rather lose a whole bunch of sweat than any blood. So that's kind of my take on that. And I'm pretty sure most people feel the same way, but sometimes it's just not put out to us that way. So a lot of times people don't really stress preparation. I'm going to hammer preparation home. That's one of my main tenets. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. You're going to see probably about 100 videos referencing that, because what happens is we want to downplay the amount of work it takes to actually pull things off. We see somebody with a successful business. We see somebody that has a great career. We see a pro athlete, and we always just write off how much work and how much preparation that they do with simple words like, oh, lucky, or, great, or wish I could do that. Like, no, you don't wish you could do that, because you could. And you wouldn't put in 10 hours. You wouldn't be shooting 100 jump shots a day, every single day, in the rain, in the whatever. Like, you wouldn't be running 8-9 miles a day. You wouldn't be cycling 30 miles, a day. Like, you just wouldn't do it. You wouldn't be playing the piano for 10 hours a day. So it's a real turnoff, and it's real disrespectful to people who practice mastery in their crafts when somebody just says, "Oh, I wish I could do that." Like, that's just it's a real cop out, and I don't really like that. Because when you do put in real work, when you do put in all the hours, it's not always that you look for the recognition for it, but when people just downplay it, like, it really doesn't do anything for me. So I get it all the time with the perfumes, because I spend hundreds of hours working on different mixes, and when people see me do it one in one right in front of them, they say, "Oh man, I can do that." And it's like, no, you can't do that. You don't understand how many other factors are going on in order to create this. How much understanding, when you mix this with this, what's going to happen? It's just like somebody seeing a painter paint something, and they say, "Oh wow, I can move my hands like that, so I can paint that." No, you can't. Like, it's just real disrespectful for to people who actually put that real work in. When you look at something and you think it's just easy without trying to understand how much work goes into it. So when you see somebody that has actual mastery of a skill, when you see somebody who's at a top level, just look at that person and just salute the amount of work that it has to take to get there. You don't have to know about all the nights that they woke up in the middle of the night to put in an extra set. You don't need to know about all that, but just respect the fact that in order to achieve mastery, there's a lot of work that has to go into it. So that's kind of just, I don't know where I went off of starting from that quote, but, whenever people say that they want to win, ask how bad do you want to win? What are you willing to give up to win? How far are you willing to go to prepare to win? Those are the better questions. Those are the better statements. When somebody just says, I'll work hard. Well, what is hard? Hard to one person is way different than the next person. So it's all relative. So let me know what's work hard for you. Are you work hard 8 hours? You work hard 12 hours? Work hard for me is 16, 17, 18 hours. 19 hours. Do some all-nighters. When somebody says, oh, this 40-hour work week. 40-hour work week is like 2 days. But that's not for everybody. So that's why it's always everything you have to put in context. You have to know what are you willing to put in so that way we know what to expect. So back to wrap this up. I'm going to go back to just recap the quote. It's Bobby Knight, old coach of the Indiana Hoosier basketball team, very successful. The quote is, most people have the will to win, but few people have the willingness to prepare to win. Remember that. You want to win, figure out how much preparation, how much sacrifice, how much dedication, how much perseverance that you're willing to invest in achieving that goal or reaching that milestone. That'll really tell you how much you really want to win, because just saying it, that doesn't really mean much. How early are you willing to get up? How many extra days of sacrifice and watching reality or drama TV are you willing to give up? Or just, how many times are you willing to put down that Xbox or PlayStation controller so that way you could practice, so that way you could brush up on your skills? That'll really tell everybody how much you really want to win. So always think of that. When you say, oh, I want to win, ask yourself before somebody else has to, how badly do I really want to, and how much am I willing to give up and sacrifice in order to get there? So with that, I'll sign off for now, but I'll probably be back because it's just midnight and I feel some juices flowing here. So if I get a couple more videos done, that's great. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Everybody, live loving life, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.